but let's talk about Omari Hutchinson because he missed this game.
Yeah.
He played at Colchester against Charlton because he missed the other few games because he was obviously just got some time off after winning the Euros. But yeah, he's not here today in France. And you spoke to Kieran McKenna about it. What do we know?
Yeah, I asked Kieran about Omari after the game, and it's not an injury. He's fully fit, but obviously there's been plenty of speculation about Omari. He's back in training now after coming back from the Euros and having that time off. To essentially break down this situation, there was interest from Brentford. There was a release clause of 35 million. Brentford triggered that release clause like seconds before it expired, around a week and a half ago, but they didn't do it in the right way. The payment structure was spread out too long, so they didn't actually trigger the release clause. They just offered to.
It's silly that they do it like seconds.
Yeah, yeah. But that's just how clubs work,
Yeah.
and they've been incrementally bidding over the day until eventually what they thought triggering the release clause right as it was due to expire didn't happen, and now he's still an Ipswich player, and Ipswich in theory hold the cards about letting him go, but Omari hasn't travelled to France. Kieran McKenna said that Omari's told him he's not in the right mental space with all the speculation going on at the moment to be involved in matches. So this again is going to be one that we have to wait and see. There's going to be a lot of comments that come out about it. You know, Omari's refusing to play, and is he refusing to train, throwing toys about?
Yeah.
And the reality is that we don't know, so we're not going to sit here and speculate that he has done that, and I can't be in a position to say that he's not refusing to train or anything like that. So yeah, with Omari, all we can say is what the manager has said, which is that he's come out and claimed that he's not in the right headspace to be involved. It's all pointing one way, I think. And
He's lost his passport, hasn't he? That's why he can come.
Yeah, exactly. The interest from Brentford's fairly clear, and there's reports that they'll be coming back in. I think if they can cough up a little north of 35 million, then Omari will be on his way, and then it'll be about reinvesting that money in different parts of the pitch and in the final third. But bit of a shame if this is the way it's going to end, I think.
Yeah, but yeah, sad really. But and it's sad about Nathan Broadhead because he's been linked to Wrexham. Team he obviously was in the academy, not far away where he sort of grew up, Bangor. But he was here in France, as we mentioned, which is great. But what do we know more about that? It's Wrexham. They obviously did that bid, which is very interesting.
Yeah, I first heard about Wrexham's interest when we were out in Austria, actually, and had kind of struggled to nail things down and verify things with time off and all sorts, and it broke. I think I was literally in the car back from a holiday when that story broke and trying to chase it up, and I quickly found out that it was a £7.5 million fee that had been agreed actually between Ipswich and Wrexham. We ran that story, I think, in the hours after the Colchester friendly, and that is the case. And when that happened, it looked like it was going to be Nathan Broadhead set to sign for Wrexham. Now, although the deal has been agreed, it hasn't been signed off by Ipswich. So Wrexham are confident they're going to land them. They're confident they'll get it done. Everything's in place, but it needs essentially the final tick in the box from Ipswich, and that hasn't happened. Why has that not happened? Again, speculating, probably just because there's a lot of uncertainty about the players around him. Omari Hutchinson and everything going on with him, the main one, and now Jaden Philogene being injured. It's going to be really difficult to try and find the right balance that would allow Nathan Broadhead to make that move. So Kieran McKenna confirmed the interest from Wrexham and kind of said, look, it's his boyhood club, really. It's a club he's got a strong affinity to, but he also has a strong affinity to Ipswich. And although it's very clear there's a chance that he could leave while he is at Ipswich, he's going to be giving his all. And glad to see him out there on the pitch. Had some bright moments today, and I think at least in the short term there'll be a part for him to play.
Yeah, and town fans loved seeing him because they were chanting his name. They were obviously chanting "Please stay."
Yeah.
So yeah, just got to watch his space on those Broadhead and Hutchinson.